Welcome to the show today. I am just chatting with the community. And we're going to be making some. Let's see if this works here. Alright, so hopefully our mics are in. We got the mics in. I'll put the mic on here. But we are going to be making some food today. I'm prepping a meal for the kids and for my wife and for myself. But I wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on. What's up, Chad? Oh yeah, we're gonna make a meal today. We're gonna make some something in a crock pot here. Let me show you. I don't really do much from the kitchen here. I cook. I love to cook, put it that way. But there's not been too much time. Chad, how is the video? How is the audio and video? You okay with that? Is everything seem like it's doing good? Everything's working properly? Now I'm gonna go through some of my ingredients, things like that. It's slowed down a little bit now with the hunting. No more hunting this year. We're getting ready to do some trout fishing coming up here soon. I'll probably do some giveaways with that, and then also my big giveaway, my thank you video, my thank you giveaway is coming out. Looks and sounds good. Okay, cool. So we got the crock pot here. I got that on keep warm because I don't have any ingredients in there yet. But I just wanted to, just come on, chat with you guys. I am premiering a video tonight, the third episode of my Ohio Rutcation. So make sure you guys are going over, checking that out. That's a 5-part episode in that series. What's up, man? Oklahoma. Yeah, nothing here. It just snowed. I guess the kids had a 2-hour delay this morning. I worked 3 to 11:30 this week. We go on a rotation once every 6 weeks. Normally I'm 5 to 1:30 in the winter here for snow removal and salting and stuff like that, and then I go every 6 weeks we go on a night shift. So I am having trouble with my truck again, so you guys know. It's a different issue though. I think it's electrical. So my guy, you're in Kansas. My guy is calling somebody from GM in just to look at it because they did like a smoke test. They thought what it's doing is running rich. So we had the mass flow air sensor, we had the manifold intake, we checked all that stuff. He's really thorough, so he's going to keep checking that out. I rented a vehicle for this week just to have it so nobody has to drive me to work and stuff. But I talked to him today. I'm eating grapes as I'm talking to you. As of today, he's going to talk to the guy and see what his schedule is to come in and take a look at the vehicle, try to give my hand. And then I got a vehicle rented, but my daughter's vehicle is over there getting the rundown for inspection and all that. And he may try to fix that and get that up and running so I can use that instead of renting a vehicle. All right, man. All right, buddy. Thanks, Aaron. So that's my deal right now. We do have a work detail this weekend down at camp. I have basketball games this weekend. I have a function with my daughter, I believe. She's going away on a mission trip this week. So very, very busy here off the hook outdoor. We go 100 miles an hour every day. So my wife is a trooper. She just keeps going. My dad helps out a lot. So thanks to my dad and my mom for that. Sorry about the ice machine making ice. But the next couple after my episodes here of my rutcation, and I did that on purpose. I saved them for my rutcation because I was doing a lot of hunting this year, so I had a lot of hunting videos out, and I wanted to save this group of 5 videos for like now, like sort of when I'm not hunting, and when people are not out in the woods, when the weather's bad. So I wanted to upload that. Good morning, Munchie. Thanks for coming in. So I wanted to upload that and keep that series going now, sort of when there's downtime, when people are on YouTube and stuff like that. And they're going pretty well. So tonight at 7 p.m., make sure you stop into the premiere. I appreciate it. The more people in the premiere, the better. So this is the 3rd video. If you didn't go watch any of the other ones, I bring you along the whole journey. From driving down there to setting up to everything that happens to us or me is on video, so you can see it from episode 1 all the way up. The last video is I was close on a buck. And wait till you see this video tonight. So make sure you're over there tonight. And then keep an eye out. Like I said, I am going to be doing a giveaway video, a thank you video giveaway. So keep that in mind. So without further ado, if anybody has any questions or anything too, feel free. This is just a little cooking thing I'm doing just before work so I can get it ready so that when they come home tonight, they have something. And then I'll have it for lunch tomorrow. So a couple of products. Baja sea salt. Put it in your water. It's good for you. I put it in every morning in my water and I drink it. But you don't want to put a lot of salt in there so you taste the salt. You just want like a pinch of salt in there. All right, guys. So what we're doing is we got the, let me move this down a little bit. We got the crock pot on the stove. I got it on keep warm. So it's, I'm going to cook this on low. If I wanted this, now this is a great camp meal as well, and that's why I wanted to do this, because it's a really good like meal for like if you're away at camp. You know, it's easy, and it's really good though. So what you need is you need a crock pot. I'm going to show you the ingredients. You need some olive oil. You need some cracked red pepper. I got some garlic powder. I have one of my favorite spices is Redmond salt. They're natural salts. I got the garlic and the onion here. I got some parsley and some basil. And then my favorite seasonings of all times are the Guns and Grilled from Jinx Some Sense. Now I do have the Wildfire, and I was checking out both of. Hey Diane, thanks for coming in. I was going to pick one of these to rub the chicken on, and I'm not going to use the Wildfire. The Wildfire is a little bit sweet and spicy. Very, very good spice, though. Really good. But we're not going to use the sweet and spicy rub today. We're going to use the Guns and Grills. It's like almost like a Cajun spice, like a blackened, real light, very good. So we're going to use this to season the chicken with today. And then you got to get your favorite Alfredo. We have Bertolli here because they're probably, they're on sale and they're really good for the money. So we got 2 Alfredos, the small jars, and then we got the Bertolli tomato basil, 1 big jar. Now you can use marinara or spaghetti sauce. My wife seems to like this spaghetti sauce. It doesn't matter to me. I eat anything. But we got the tomato basil, 1 large jar of the spaghetti sauce. So your favorite sauce, your favorite Alfredo, and then your favorite pasta. And my wife and my daughter, I guess, went out last night or the other day, and we're trying to eat as healthy as we can. We're trying to cut like sugars. We're trying to cut the folic acid, like the enriched white breads and all that. We're just trying not to eat, or trying to eat as healthy as possible. It's hard to do when you're on a run as a family, running back and forth to practices and hunting and fishing and work and all this family functions. So we try to cut out certain things or eat good when we can. A lot of times we're out on the road and it's like, all right, let's stop here, let's stop there. We're even trying to figure that out as well, like where we can stop and eat something decent. So we got this Rayo's pasta. There's only 2 ingredients in here. It's seminola flour, house milled. And it says 2 ingredients in here. But when I look in ingredients, it says borum wheat seminola. Contains wheat. That's it. That's all it says. But it says there's 2 ingredients. So we have 2 bags. I think we're going to use 1 bag. But you'll see, you can put this in this. But I think it sucks up too much of the sauce. So my wife is going to cook these when she gets home, and then she's going to add them to the finished product here and mix it up, and then I'll show you what we're going to do there. So let me move this aside here, and then I am going to get, and also what you need is chicken. So I'm going to grab a cutting board out of the thing here, and we're going to go like this, and we're going to, well, I'm just keep the chicken. You know how to cut chicken. You don't need to see the chicken. I'm going to grab the chicken out of the fridge here real quick. And we always have a bunch of chicken and stuff out, ready to go here. So we have chicken. We got 3 breasts of chicken here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to pat dry the chicken real quick just to get some of the stuff off. I am going to rinse it. So we're going to go over to the sink here. I'm going to rinse it off. Rinse it off. Make sure you wash your hands after you're dealing with the chicken. And we're going to pat it dry with just so it don't get everywhere. And I'm going to add the chicken breast on the cutting board. And I'm going to clean it up a little bit because I don't want the fat and everything in it. So let's do that. Let's pat the chicken dry. So this is, you want it like a 2 to 3 pounds of chicken. So depending on the size of the chicken breasts you want to use, then that just determines how much chicken's in there. And it doesn't matter because you could also do what you like. You know, like if you want more chicken in your pasta, then put more chicken in. And you can use this with deer meat. You can do, I would recommend you browning the deer meat first before you put it in there raw into the crock pot. I would like to brown it. You can do sausage, you can do chicken. We just do chicken because we have it and we want to use it up. So let me get that. And then I am going to wash my hands after I deal with the chicken here. So I'm going to cut it up. Let me get one of my good knives here. So we got a good knife here, and we are going to, what I'm going to do is I'm just taking the fat off of this chicken and all the bad parts. If there's anything on there, I just peel the fat and chicken the fat of the chicken off on this breast as much as I can. And there ain't much on these breasts, so we just take as much as I can off just to clean it up a bit. Any of that you know, that little, no, I don't want to say I guess it's cartilage vein. There's a piece of cartilage in there too. You want to get that out of there. You want to be eating that when because you're going to shred this chicken once it's fully cooked. So take as much fat as you want off of it. I take as much as I can. So we are going to do that. And this is basically the only really messy part of this dishes, I guess you want to say. Messy. I guess it's as messy as you make it. So so we have that. Let me get the maybe keep my hands clean here. Let me get the camera down here a little bit. So we have the chicken. You can see the chicken we're cutting up. So these are pretty nice chicken breasts here. They're cleaned up. A little bit of fat right there. We just clean that up. That's a good looking breast there. And then any kind of little weird stuff that I take, any blood or anything like that on the chicken breast, I take it off. All right, so there's 3 nice pieces of chicken breast right there, guys. Okay. Now I'm going to throw this in there. And before I use a lot of paper towels here. So before I do anything else, the crock pot right here is on low. So what I'll do, and what I like to do, is I just take a little bit of olive oil and I just put it on the bottom. I do have a liner in the crock pot. My wife loves the liners, and they are great to have. That way you don't got to clean the crock pot. I'll show you. It's just a plastic liner right here that we use. And I just put a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of it, just a little sprig of that. And then what I'm going to do here is I am going to take the Jinxum Guns and Grills. I'm just going to sprinkle it over the chicken. Put as much as you want on. And I do both sides. And this is the Guns and Grill. They have a seasoned salt too that I used up. I don't have it. I would use the seasoned salt on this. But that's it. Okay, so you put that aside. Let me get another paper towel here so I can keep my hands going here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the chicken. I'll show you. I'm going to take the chicken breast and I am going to just lay it in here. There's one at the bottom. I'm just going to lay them in order right at the bottom of this pan here, just like so. Get all 3 of them in there. You can see that they're in there and it's on warm right now, okay? So now, once I do that, let me get this all situated here. So once I do that with the chicken is in the crock pot, has a little bit of olive oil in the bottom. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on low. Just put it on low. I'm going to take my dish and I'm going to rinse everything off here. Get everything rinsed off. And I am going to wash my hands real quick. You guys don't need to see that. You know how to wash hands, right? So soap and water. Make sure you keep your hands clean when you're working with chickens so you don't cross-contaminate anything else on your counter or anything like that. Keep it all healthy and don't want nobody getting sick. Okay, so we have rinsed, and we got the towel. Now, so after that, I will move the camera over here so you can see a little better. After that, guys, we take what I like to do is I will put the dry ingredients on top of the liquid ingredients, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one jar. Well, before we do all that, let me just get everything wiped up here. I'm like a fanatic with stuff being clean. Okay, so we're going to wipe this counter. There's some spices on the counter here, so I like to keep that clean. All right, so that's clean. Now we can move the camera over to here, and we will put this down here. And now I'm going to show you, we're going to take one of the Alfredo jars, and we are just going to pour it over the chicken, okay? And that's one. Okay? And this stuff is so good. And then we're going to take another one, because these are the small jars. So we're going to put the two of this Alfredo into one of the other jars. And we're at about 12 o'clock right now. So lunchtime. That's good. So we are at noon here. So that's going to be on for about 4.5 hours on low. If you were to cook this like at your camp and you wanted it for like, you know, you get in from hunting and, you get in from hunting and you're hungry, you put it on here, or you do it before that and you go out and come back and it's ready to go. Or you put it on for 2 hours on high. So 4 hours low, 4.5 hours on low, or 2.5 hours on high. Okay? So once we do that, we are going to take the sauce, the red sauce now, and we're just going to mix that in with the Alfredo. And now the chicken's on the bottom, and the sauce is on top of that, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of the garlic powder, and it's all to taste. I don't measure too much. I put some garlic powder in there. The cracked red pepper is to taste as well. I just put a little bit of the cracked red pepper. You can put as much as you want in here to make it a little spicy or not. And you are going to have a little bit of spice from the Guns and Grills. I got the organic onion salt, just a little bit of that, and the Redmond garlic salt, and that's a little bit of that. That's why I don't add the salt and pepper to it, because we're putting in the garlic salt and the onion salt. So it has enough salt in it. Okay, after you do that, you grab your grinder. I love grinder pepper, regular black pepper. Just grind the pepper in there. And put all this back. I'll put all this back for you guys. And change everything up here. Get all this stuff back in here. The garlic and the powder right here. We got that there. And then what I do is, the parsley is for after. I do add a little bit of the basil in here to give it that Italian taste feel. It says it's a mix of Italian seasonings, mostly basil, but it's a mixture of different seasonings. So that goes in there as well, okay? So the parsley and everything is in there with the basil. Everything is, the liquid ingredients are in there. And you can just top it off with a little bit of olive oil, just one sprig of olive oil, and then let that cook. Okay, so we got that. Now, what I wanted to tell you guys, I'll show you this. This is how it looks in the crock pot. Let's get the light on there. There's the Alfredo and the red sauce in there. That is basically it, man, you know. I got to drink some sense. I always say sense and seasoning. I always mess up. You don't want to put any drink some sense in your food, for sure, because that's deer pee. Now, your pasta is going to sit here, and that's going to be for my wife later. Now, I almost want to call this a one-pot meal, but it's really not. If you put this into a lot of people put their pasta into the liquid. You're going to have to add a little bit of liquid to it because it'll dry it out. So if you wanted to add this pasta to here, I would add like a half a cup or even a cup of water to that, and maybe a little more red sauce, and I would put the pasta in there and just let it cook all day, and the pasta will get done. But we like to cook our pasta to about al dente, about 12 minutes, and then we will put it in here. We will mix it up, and then that's when the pasta is completely done. You salt your water a little bit using the Baja sea salt or a pink Himalayan. Salt the water, cook your pasta to your liking. We like it a little bit al dente. Put it in the sauce. I'm sorry, I skipped a step. As you're preparing, about 10 or 15 minutes before your chicken and your sauce is done. So basically 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes before you're getting ready to serve this or add the pasta. You cook your pasta, and then what you want to do with this is you want to shred the chicken or break up the chicken. And what I use for that is, where the heck is it at? I use this little masher. I used to use this for like potatoes and things, but you can use this little masher, and you mash the chicken up, and it sort of like breaks it up and shreds it. And you mix that chicken around in there. And then after that's done, your pasta and everything is done. You drain your pasta. You add your pasta to the crock pot. You mix the sauce all in it, and it's not going to be done, unfortunately, today on video because this is going to cook for 4 hours. You mix the pasta, and then what you want to do is you want to take any kind of cheese. There's mozzarella, provolone, shredded cheddar, whatever you want. And whenever you add the pasta to this and you mix it all in, and then you put your cheese on it, and you sprinkle a little bit of the parsley on. You put the lid back on, let it go for about 5 or 10 minutes, let this cheese melt, and then you scoop it out and serve it. And it is dynamite. So that is that right there. We got all kinds of health stuff going on here. But yeah, so that's that quick and easy. It took me, it was noon, it's 7 minutes to make that. The most part is cutting your chicken, getting the fat off the chicken. Put that on there like so. Now I go nuts with, my wife will kill me if I leave stuff on the stove. So what I'm doing is I'm just wiping the stove down. Guys, this is a great practice for you to remember. Always want to clean with your messes because your wife will yell at you. And then even when your wife does this and don't clean it, she'll still blame you. So remember that. You're always getting blamed no matter what, guys. If you cook, you can never do it right, right? I could wipe this 10 times. It'll be good, and my wife will come over and do something with it, and she'll say I did it. So it's on video, me clean up the stove, so you guys know. So that is it, guys. We got the knife. Put your knife back in there, and we are good. Have you ever used a pressure cooker? Me? Nah, I'm afraid of a pressure cooker. I don't want to blow nothing out. I know my mom has always used pressure cookers, and I love the food in there. There was one dish that I wasn't fond of, and my mom's on here. And there's one dish, and it was the round steak. I had the round steak in a pressure cooker. Man, I couldn't stand that, but I ate it. I just mixed the red sauce on my potatoes and ate a little piece of round steak. But the round steak thing, I wasn't into it. Now, when I was younger, and now I'll eat the heck out of anything. I'll eat the heck out of oatful bites. We got grapes, we got mineral sea salt, bananas. We got chips with flaxseed on them. We got all kinds of stuff here now. But my daughter likes to eat really healthy too, so that helps. But we got a gym membership now. We've been going to the gym a little bit. I went a couple times last week. I didn't go this week yet because I'm on 3 to 11. So I didn't go, which I should probably go. But I'm dealing with this. My truck is in I don't know, some kind of issue with its running rich. So there's a bunch of different things going on that we think, manifold leak in the gasket, too much air, so it's telling the fuel injectors putting too much gas in it, and it happens. It runs great until that happens. Like every 2 days, it'll do it. So it's in the shop. They're looking at it. They did a smoke test through the intake and all that. They said it was fine. They're going to retry it again. They thought it was something in my programming. All right, Munchie. It's 7 a.m. Yeah, I was on a 3 to 11 shift for like 7 years, and it sucked. With work, I was low man on the pool, and I had to do it for 7 years, so I missed some time with the kids. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? You can't dwell on what happened. You just got to dwell on. You just got to do what you can do now. And but yeah, that sucked, that shift. But this week we do one rotation. They went back to a rotation, which I've been asking for years, but they never did it until I go. Now we have new guys, and they want to do a rotation. So it is what it is. We're doing a rotation. I'm on this week 3 to 11:30, and then next week, and like right now during the snow days, I chose to work 5 to 1:30. So I like to get in there early and get out of there, and then I can pick my son up and sort of take some pressure off my dad, because my dad does that in the evenings because my wife works. So thank God for my mom and dad for helping out, because we wouldn't be able to do this without you. So big shout out to Mr. P, Daddy-O, Pappy, the Immortal, and my mom, Bernie. So thank you guys for doing that for us. Yeah, and I got to get this truck thing figured out. It's a pain in the arse, and I really don't want to spend. I can't spend the money. I don't want to get a new truck right now because my kids are both in private schools, and we pay a lot of money to have them go to school. So I'm trying to get this going and going and going until she's out of school and we can afford a truck payment. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to get my truck, and that'll be cool. But yeah, we just got to make it work. And like I said, my wife and she's taught me a lot. Like how to handle situations. Because I'd fly off the rocker, dude. Like I would go nuts. Ape shit is what you want to say, call it. With handling situations. But she'd always calm me down. Now, the other day, she went ape shit on something. And I was trying to tell her, hey, you taught me how to hang this up. And I thought she really settled down when I said that to her, because then she was like, wow, you are calm. And so she taught me how to handle situations a little bit better, or way better than when I used to, because I would just go off the wall. And now I'm handling a little bit. I guess it comes when you get older too, so. But yeah, the gym helps. It makes you feel really good, believe it or not. I went to the gym, but like I try to tell my buddies and that, and some of my friends have like jobs that they sit at a desk and stuff, and I don't do that. I mean, I'm a maintenance. I'm a carpenter at work, so I'm moving all day. I'm like moving, and my gym is work. You know what I mean? But coming in, and my daughter, it gives me some more time with the kids too, because Theo goes there. He hasn't went since I joined the little kid. I don't get it, but he was going with his friends because they have a basketball court down there, and it was cheap for them. It's like $10 for them to join forever, and it was like us like $20 a month. So we did that. My daughter goes down. I've taken my daughter down there a couple times, and when she goes down there, she does like everything. Like I want to go in there and get like an hour workout and get out of there, but she'll be there an hour and a half, 2 hours. So that pushes me to do more stuff. And the other day when I first started going 2 weeks ago, I couldn't walk the next day, and I went way too hard. So the second and third time I went down, I was a little lighter. I don't need to get big and bulky, like, but I just wanted to lose some fat, some inches, and I wanted to drop. I'm at like 210. I'd like to be about 190. So, that's 20 pounds at least I'd like to lose. I think my ideal weight is like 180 or 185, but 190 sounds good to me. So let's take this over here, and we got all kinds of Valentine's Day gifts here too. I'm going to set this up right here so we can talk and hang out a little bit. And I'm going to move everything down. Bing, 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 bing. And let me shut this light off, turn this light on. But everything's cooking now, guys. We're all good to go. Um, I'm going to talk about a few things that I'm going to be doing here in the future. So, all right, I'm back. All right, and that's a little high for. Okay, we're gonna go right there like that. That's okay like that for sure. Let me move this over here. Oh, I am ordering a new. Uh, I got this for what was this? Valentine's Day. So I am ordering a new RUKU battery charger for my starter battery of the boat. Um, the boat is on charge right now. My trolling motor batteries, they're on charge out there because the RUKU has that smart battery thing where it keeps it going. So I have that going right now out there with this weather and things like that. So is that my dog laying there? Yeah, my yellow lab is like right there, and Dash is right there. See him on the couch or on my chair. So they're just hanging out. Um, but the boat's on charge. I'm gonna get a new battery. I fried my battery charger, my Minn Kota battery charger, which I thought was 100% waterproof. And when it rained one day up there, it was on the dock and it filled up, and your back fills up. And my bilge pump isn't an automatic; you have to turn it on, which I think I'm gonna try to change that. But I have a, I have a breaker, two breakers in the back of the boat that I turn off when I leave, so you don't short nothing out. Well, if that breaker's off, the bilge pump doesn't run, and I got to come up with a way. I want to do some to keep power to the bilge, so if it does rain or storm and the boat's outside, it'll pump when it's in the water. But usually, I'll go down in the rain and pump it out if I have to, or take it out, you know. But yeah, that happened last year, and I think that's what caused that Minn Kota to fry. Because it just stopped working, and it's fairly new considering. Yeah, the auto bilge. I need to wire that up, John, to get it, especially when it's in the water and there's a storm, or if I'm away or something and it rains. I mean, that Ranger is not gonna sink right there, but there's a lot of water in it. When I go down, I gotta press the button, and then you gotta wait till it all comes out. You know what I mean? So I do want to rig something up so it's an auto bilge for sure. I just press the button on to run the power to it, and then have it turn on whenever the float reaches a certain point. So that's that. So I am going to get a new RUKU battery charger, just a single bank. I have a double bank one, and you know I don't never wish nothing to break, but I wish that would have broke before I got my RUKU double bank, or I should have just taken the Minn Kota out and sold it or something, and then uh, bought a three bank, but it's separate. It's my starter, my electronics one, and I'm thinking about getting the lithium uh, starter battery. And I'm thinking I'm going to get the lithium for running my electronics. Now, that starter will run the electronics. It's a 16 volt. So I'm going to try to use that as my starter and my electronics. Now, they say you need a separate battery for your electronics, but I don't use, and John will tell you too, like he don't use his electronics to find fish. He uses his electronics just to see the water temperature basically, and maybe a little bit of depth changes or something like that. But I don't fish like a front forward facing sonar. I don't look for fish with it. I just see if there's like rock piles or something, or when I'm out in deeper water. But most of the time, I don't even put my electronics on my boat because I do know my lake. Maybe I should next year do it a little bit because I had a little bit of trouble finding a smallmouth early in the season. So I have my AquaView cameras and stuff like that, so I can do that this year. But yeah, the the giveaway, I keep saying this, so it's like a broken record. The thank you giveaway will be coming, but I got this weekend's gonna be so crazy with my son has two basketball games. If they win, they keep playing, and then I'm heading down to camp for a work detail. We got to fix the hearth on the fireplace. Somebody tried to split wood on the hearth and crack the hearth, so I have an epoxy that I'm gonna put on there and fix that up. We're gonna do some cleaning of the camp, just from over the winter. We got to seal up the foundation some areas because we got a really big gas bill when it was really cold out. So we got to do some foundation work, like like parge the sides of the foundation because there's some air gaps in it. I don't know if we're gonna do that this weekend, but we got a lot of cleaning to do and cleaning up. We have a lot of stuff in the basement. I want to get rid of everything on the shelf because we're going to be going with the liquid fertilizers and stuff for the food plots. So I want to have a section down there just for food plotting in the basement. And I don't want to keep it out in the barn because of the cold and all the weather and stuff. And I don't want to get water in it and I don't want it to freeze. So we're going to have a section down there just for our food plot shelf or whatever. But yeah, we're going to be doing that. And then Sunday, my daughter comes back from a mission trip, and there's a mass or something like that on Sunday that we got to go to. So I'll be there for that. So we're gonna go on Saturday and stay the weekend or the day. I do have some corn that I'm gonna be picking up. I'm gonna dump some corn out to help the deer, along with some sweet feed. Um, Buy my dad stand up in the food plots. I'm gonna put it off on the side. We're gonna figure out where we're gonna do that at because we want to cut out some trees. We bought a bunch of trees this year to plant. So end of March we're gonna be going to get those, and then we're gonna plant them. So we're gonna probably pick some areas where we're gonna sort of draw it out in our head when we're down there, depending on the time. But if we're down there Saturday, we should have enough time to do all that. And like I said, Saturday evening we can always clean out the inside. We don't have to do that first. So we'll get all the outside stuff done. We'll get that hearth done, and then we will walk around and maybe mark some trees that we want to take out, and then figure out where we want to plant our pear and apple trees. I know my dad's going to get probably 2 or 3 pears and probably 2 or 3 apples up that way, and then the rest of them are going to get spread out on our property and other food plots and other areas of the property. So we're going to figure that out this weekend. I got a new supplier for the corn, so that's kind of cool. It's closer to home here. $8 a bag for 50 pounds. Corn is so expensive, and cob corn is like $10 for an 80-pound bag. We use feed corn, what they call cob corn. We do that in Ohio. My buddy Bob, he gets a truckload for $40, and we go down and he gets like a skid loader, and it's 2 scoops for $40. And we use that in our food plots or around our areas where we bait. So I'm going to stop. I'm not going to meet him because he'll be at his camp, but I'm going to go get 2 50-pound bags and then hit a bag of sweet feed. The Redmond Trophy Rock will be out as well. I'm going to put the minerals up. Now, guys, is the time. You guys know that I support and I am a partner and affiliate with Redmond Trophy Rock. That is a great mineral, guys. It has a little bit of everything that your deer needs. It has stuff in there that other minerals don't have. So make sure you're putting a trophy rock down. A lot of people go out and just buy trace mineral, but this even has more than trace mineral. So get your trophy rocks. They're not that expensive. You can spend anywhere from $8 to $20 on a rock, depending on how big you want it. So go out and do that. Minerals, and then also, I do have Jinxum on their pro staff, and I support them, and they have a lot of feed and mineral that they sell as well. And go over and check them out. So check out Redmond Hunting in my affiliate and my links in my description, and check out the Jinxum scents as well. You need about 3 days break to come down and fish. We'll pick you up and drop you. I know. That's still in the works, John. Believe me, that is still in the works because I really want to use that rod that I got you. I want to use that rod with a frog on it. So if anybody, this is like an ongoing thing with John and I. John is a really good friend of mine. John and Lindy are awesome people, guys. If you don't know them, like I said, go watch their videos. I have been slacking on their videos, John, and I'm sorry about that. Like, I haven't commented on his videos. I do throw them up, though. When I'm at work at night, I will put them on, and I'll just listen. And I'll try to catch some of the, looking at it, but I'm usually working. And someone needs to at least take the tags off it. So, yeah. So anyway, go out and check out Small Water Charters. Awesome people. They do guided trips, crappie and bass. You're going to catch fish there. They know what they're doing. They know their waters. They know the techniques and everything to get those big bass in a boat. So make sure you're going over there and checking those out. Really good friends of mine. They're awesome. They actually took me in. We had some issues with my truck starting in Florida, and John's offered his place to us. We didn't stay there because we did have a place, but somebody who does that, and he said he'd do whatever he could to help us out, and that's just, I really appreciate that. And John and Lindy going there, I just feel comfortable around them. It's like when I'm there, it's like their family. So John and Lindy are really great people. So when you get to know them, they're even better than they are on YouTube. So, but going back to that rod, so John won a fishing rod, and I am so particular about it, especially John. I mean, he's a bass fisherman, he's a guide. I don't want to send him a piece of crap, okay? Well, I get on and I'm looking and I want to give him a one-piece rod that he's going to use in his videos and he can mention my name because he won it from Off the Hook. And I sent him his Abu Garcia, and here it said it said one-piece rod. I swear it said it when I ordered it. And I ordered it. Oh yeah, Batty makes some good food. Batty's another good guy. If you guys don't know Batty, his name does say it all. He is back. Okay, we back. I had a phone call. Sorry. But Batty is exactly what it says, but the dude is unbelievable. His heart is bigger than you think, and he's awesome. He made some food down there when we were fishing, and we come back in, man. He had a spread for us. It was so good. We ate like kings, put it that way. A really good dude to talk to. When you can understand him, he's really good to talk to. Awesome dude, though. Yeah, the Barbie pictures. Yeah, all right, John, that's enough. Okay, that's enough. Well, anyway, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get John because John is like, I look up to John, and I don't even want to say this, but I look up to John. He catches big fish, man. It's like that's what I love. You know what I mean? And I wish I could do that like he does every day. So I sort of like, I don't want to say this out loud on YouTube, but it's sort of like, yeah, I wish I was John in a way. You know what I mean? Because him and Lindy are out there doing what they love. He's with his wife. They're out there enjoying catching monster bass, just living it up. And I want to do that. So yeah, I'm jealous of John a little bit. But I'm sure. So I'm like, I want to get him a good rod. He won a rod. I advertised the rods and I ordered it on Amazon and it came to his house and it was a it was like a light medium action 2-piece. Was it a spinning rod or was it a casting rod? I hope it was a casting rod at least. But I sent it to him and then he sends me a picture. It's a 2-piece rod. I'm like, God, now bass fishermen, you guys all know, like I know people, there's a time and place for 2-piece rods, okay? But as a bass fisherman, and what do you consider a serious bass fisherman, stay away from 2-piece rods because they have a boat, they can store their rods in it. They're long, they're all one piece. They're more, you can feel it, they're more sensitive. A 2-piece rod is for when you travel and I have a lot of 2-piece rods that I throw in my camper and we go fishing where it doesn't really matter. But if you're out there fishing tournaments and you're doing stuff and you're fishing every day, you want good quality stuff, and a 1-piece rod is the way to go. Well, it ends up being a 2-piece. So, and I'm getting a cold too. I can feel it. Hold on. Bless you. So that came, and I never heard the end, and I'm still hearing it now, as you can see. But it was kind of funny. So we'll get him. Hopefully, he wins another thing, or I might just send him a rod eventually, so I don't have to hear it. But yeah, fishing with John and Lindy and on there, I learned a lot. It's not like fishing here. You can take your techniques, I think, with you. Like my techniques, like my frogging and my Senkos, you can use them down there. And I think both times that I fished with them, we fished for a few hours, but we didn't stay like a couple days where like I could dial in a little bit. Like John and Lindy are dialed in. They use their technique and their baits and their bruiser baits and they're great baits. But coming from up here north and going down south, that's their go-to bait, and that's what they catch the fish on. Well, me being from the north, I'm like, I'm gonna bring my stuff down, and I use Senkos and I use frogs, and I didn't catch anything on them. But those bruiser baits sure does catch them. So they have it dialed in the way you should do it, the way you do the tweak or twitch on the rod, your technique and everything. So they have it dialed into a science down there, and it's a fun trip. I enjoy going down there. My goal in life is to get a place in Florida uh, to go to. Even if it's not a house, it's going to be like a campground. We'll have a little house, maybe with a camper, so we can move closer to like not the Everglades, the Keys, so we can go down there and camp and do some fishing, and then come back and then enjoy John and Lindy as well down there. But yeah, the trip he's offered me. I mean, I could call John probably any day of the week, any time of the year, and say, "Hey, John, I want to come down." He'll be like, "Let's go." Like, that's what kind of person he is. Like, he knows I don't have the opportunities like he does. So when there is an opportunity, he will make time for you. And he's like that on his guided trips too, guys. He goes above and beyond, him and Lindia. They have that awesome crappie charter as well. They have a cool boat. They have a pontoon that's rigged up for crappie fishing. It's like the crappie craft, man. I mean, they got 15 or 18 rods on the boat. When we went down there, the bass weren't really hitting, so John was like, I recommend we go crappie fishing. So, because we went bass fishing with him, but the kids were with me. So me, Theo, and Carly were down there, and we all caught our PB crappies on one trip. It was pretty awesome. I think John and I we have a live up. If you go back in the archives a little bit and go back, you'll see the trip on there, and we caught some big crappie that day, and I caught my PB and all that stuff. So that's really cool. But coming up here, guys, fishing season's coming up. I will be trout fishing with the family. I'm hoping my mom and dad can make it. My thing is, Carly's going to be away on a mission trip. We're going to be away, and my niece's birthday. My sister has that on that weekend too, so that's like tough. But Sue has to go away for work, and I'll be up there with her and the kids. We may make the trip back down. I may make the trip back down with the kids if they want to go down there, but usually that's our weekend that we go. And unfortunately, my niece, his birthday is that weekend, but she's gonna have a lot of birthdays. So if we miss, we'll make sure we get her gift and everything. But we'll be doing some trout fishing, and you guys have seen my trout fishing videos and lives up there. It's really fun. We're in just spring water up there, and there's ponds, and we catch some big fish, catch a lot of fish. So it's fun. So I like to do that every year with the family. And I am going to be making a bait, and I'm a little bit late on this, and I don't know if you guys have all saw the fuzzy dice. That's like a new hot thing out there, or at least it was new last year, and it's still going this year. But the fuzzy dice, I'm going to start making my own fuzzy dice. I ordered all the products to start making them. And I see that as I have the uni from Yamamoto. It's like a fuzzy dice bait, is what you call it. It almost looks like a sea urchin. And I'm gonna fish that like wacky style. And you know I love to fish wacky style, so I'm gonna fish that wacky style. But these fuzzy dice are basically, they look like a dice, and they have appendages through them. And I'm gonna start making them as well, and I'm gonna use them up. So I will be selling them as well. But a lot on the market. They're really expensive, man. Like for 4 of them, it's like $20. My uni bait from Yamamoto was $14. There you go, John. That would be awesome. Yeah, or you can eat crab legs with Theo. That's cool. Yeah, you'll be doing. And the nice thing about that up there is only like an hour away, so it isn't real far. Same with my camp down there. It's like, you know, it's it's not too far away. But the fuzzy dice thing is some craze now, and a lot of people are doing it. And I'm gonna make the fuzzy dice, but I'm also gonna add these appendagers and everything, or the legs or the rubber skirts that you call it, through the baits. I'm gonna add them to my drop shotting. I'm gonna add them to like my Ned rigs and things like that. I'm gonna put them through some flukes. So my Sankos, I'm gonna put some through. So I'm gonna try a bunch of different things that way, and I'll be doing some bait making lives. Yeah, all you can eat crab legs. My son will put away pounds and pounds of crab legs. I can only eat so many of them that I start getting sick of them. But he can put them away for sure. So yeah, so the fuzzy dice is like a craze that's been going on for a while now, and I don't know if I hit it too late or not, but that's how I am. I'm a little slow at catching up with things, but I am going to start doing some live bait making uh, with the fuzzy dice style baits, and then I'm going to add kosher corned beef for lunch from the Jewish deli. Nice. And I'm going to try the Sankos, and I may even cut some Sankos really small and make my own sort of creature dice bait. I might do that as well. I may add some rattles to it. Yeah, burn energy cracking them. But so yeah, so that's what's up and coming on the channel. I do have my episode 3 premiering tonight, so if you guys get a chance, please stop in. It helps the channel. I know you've been seeing my video or my posts of me liking and hyping. If you have a chance to hype the video, it gives that creator like points, and when you get so many points from people hyping your videos, it goes out even further than normal for some reason. So if you get a chance and you have that opportunity to hype a video, hype. I'm not only mine. I'm talking about hype your friends and your creators that you watch. Help them out. I've been doing that, and it seems like it helps. And they earn points by you hyping the video, and it'll give you the amount of points on it. And I've hyped a bunch of videos, and you know it gives them a little more traction. It gives them a little more. It puts it out to more people and helps their channel grow. So if you get a chance, please like and hype the videos. Mine and your other creators that you got out there in the community. Help support their channel. Yeah, and that's about it, guys. So I'm going to wait for this. This is going to be a while. I may start or two before I leave for work, but then that'll be ready for them tonight to eat after they make the noodles, and then I'll eat it for lunch tomorrow at work. So, yeah, guys, if you have anything, please email me at tedpolanowskijr@gmail.com. Check out my partners and affiliates in my description, all the links in my description. Go over, browse through their websites. Check them out. If you want to buy something, I probably have a share code on there you can use to save some money. So go do that. And I'm pretty excited for fishing season this year. I can't wait to get up there, start fishing again. I can't wait for this little trout trip that we always have. That's one of my favorite trips of the year. Besides the Florida trips, I love going away. We have Ocean City trips, so they're like my 3 favorites. You know, Ocean City, the Seven Springs, and then our Florida trip. So, yeah, and that's everything, guys. So if you need to ask me anything or whatever, make sure you're commenting on the videos as well. Share us out and all that good stuff. But we'll do another 1v1 with the Off the Hook Challenge. That'll be coming up again. I'll start advertising for the 1v1. We'll do a live for sure. I enjoy fishing against Lindy and John, even though I get my butt whooped but most of the time, except one. But yeah, I want to get up there and do some 1v1s against you guys with the Off the Hook Challenge. And that's something, if you win, it's nothing to enter, but if you win, you get a piece of the apparel. I send you a hat or a shirt or something like that. You can win something from me. It doesn't cost anything to enter, and it's fun. It brings the community together and watch. You know, you get to fish with people. If you can't fish with them live in person, you can fish with them on a live. So that's what I try to do: bring the community together and watch some good content. So, and with that being said, guys, I'm going to end it here today. I got to go get ready for work. Yeah, we'll just see you soon. Hopefully, we'll see you tonight at the premiere. I think I'm gonna still post Wednesday nights, but I don't know if I'm gonna be doing premieres every Wednesday night. I'm gonna definitely post my videos every Wednesday, so keep looking out for that. But I don't know if it'll be premiering every Wednesday night. Premieres are, I may start. I'll try to do as many premieres as I can, but if I can't, then I'm just gonna upload the same on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. So keep an eye on that. We do have some product reviews. I got a torch, a flamethrower that I'm doing a review on. I think Chris and I are going to do a live review on that. That's going to be outdoors, so we have to wait for the weather for that. I got OD Pro. I got another light for predator hunting. I'm going to do a live on it. And believe it or not, I got a metal wallet from Metal Tech. I got to do a wallet review. And it's just, I thought it was neat, so I'm going to do the review on that for them as well. So with that being said, guys, like I always say, take your kid fishing or hunting. We're going to preserve our sport and pass it on to future generations, and we will see ya. Boom!